Victor, you wake up. It is 5 o'clock on Newfaire's Eve. As far as you know, you've slept for a day and a half. You're in your room, and it seems as though everything is okay, you're okay, and you turn to see next to you your outfit perfectly hung up, ready for the ball. How's Victor feeling? What's Victor thinking?
Victor's kind of coming out of what seems to feel like an extremely terrible hangover, mixed with a beatdown, as I'm looking for some sort of basin or something that I can wipe my face, water, whatever I can get a hold of. Oh, what time is it?
Cuckoo. 5 o'clock.
Oh, shit. Now, storyteller outside, is this 5 o'clock the day before, or is this literally in 2 hours the party starts?
In 2 hours, the party starts.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
You hear a knock on your door.
Yes.
Victor, darling, is it okay if I come in?
I'm just getting ready.
Are you decent?
Yes.
Door opens. Anna Valentine, your mother, stood in front of you in a full feathered red dress sculpted to her, with a train of netting with embroidered feathers going down her back, and a hairpiece that covers the entire side of her head with her raven hair pushed to the side, and a feathered red mask, dressed as a red cardinal, with massive red jewelry and gloves on her hands. Oh, darling, thank goodness. We were worried you'd been asleep for a while. And she comes over to try and embrace you.
At first, I'll kind of tense up, but then ease in. How long have I been asleep?
A taxi brought you, and a driver brought the car that we lent you home yesterday at about midday. So you've been asleep for a full, at least 24 hours, at least. I had some errands to run for the ball, but we made sure you were observed here and taken care of. How are you feeling? What happened?
I don't really remember. It's foggy. The car's okay though, right?
The car is perfectly fine. That is not what I'm worried about right now. But don't worry, the car is fine. You're fine. Everyone's fine.
I need to get ready.
Yes, that is what I came in to check on you for.
I will.
You need to get ready.
You look great, Mother. Let me get ready, and I'll be downstairs.
Thank you. Oh, my darling boy, you're going to look so handsome. I'm so excited. Be downstairs in 30 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Mwah, kisses you on your forehead. Right, I'm off to get ready and corral your younger brother and sister.
Good luck.
They've been arguing over who looks better in their outfits, and it's a nightmare. And she sweeps out of the room, closes the door behind her. And you just hear her go, "Nicholas, get off of your sister's train! Stop plucking her feathers!"
Okay. Get ready. I need to get ready. Hopefully everybody else is able to make it. They'll figure it out. And I'll start gathering the different pieces. A full black suit, trimmed with red. The buttons, the cufflinks, are all marked with that red, that deep red, and red tie, black shirt, all fitted to Victor's extremely gaunt physique. Look over and see the shoes are already shined, and if this was anywhere else, I would be screwed right now. Thank God I'm not. And start getting dressed.
What bird, according to your mother's theme, is Victor going to the ball as tonight?
He'll be going as a red-chested blackbird.
Gorgeous. And as you look at yourself in the mirror as you do get ready, you realize the mask might be a blessing to hide the giant bags under your eyes. But luckily, no one will probably notice. But you do look dashing.
I'll talk to the maid before I leave, or the handmaid before we leave. Maybe she can give me a little bit of a touch-up. Otherwise, we'll be all right. I'll be all right. Yes, I'll be all right. And I'll continue to get ready.
You get ready. You hear the sounds of child wrangling coming from across the large balcony, which looks over the staircase that leads down into the main foyer of your house, as your younger brother and sister are obviously squabbling about something. 5:30. Do you descend to join your family?
Slowly, still getting used to the cane. I'll walk down, leaning a little bit heavier on the cane than normal as I'm walking down the stairs.
You see everyone gathered in the foyer below. You're the last one. Not just because you were slow, but because your mother has wrangled everyone else and thankfully left you to some peace to get ready after your extended nap.
A wonderful thanks to be had.
You see your father turn to regard you. He goes, "For once, you actually look decent." And he is dressed as a vibrant green and white peacock, with tails as the peacock feathers, green and white suit. Your mother in her red dress. Your oldest brother, Ivan, is dressed in a cream and gold embroidered suit, dressed as a barn owl. Astrid seems not that excited to be there, dressed as a robin, with a full red front of her dress, ombreing down into a brown and black. And then Maria and Nicholas, the twins, dressed as a pigeon and a flamingo, still fighting over who looks better. "Big brother!" Maria turns to you, goes, "Big brother, tell us. I look more beautiful in my dress than Nicholas does in his suit, do I not?"
Darling,
she
you
comes
always
up
look...
to you and gives you a hug, like, round your waist.
Yeah, he'll lean down and goes, "You always look the best."
I know, but I just wanted you to say it. You're the best, big brother. Mwah.
And I'll pat her on the head, and
Nicholas looks over and he goes, "You're the worst, big brother."
you look great. Stop it.
Stop it. Walks away. Stop it. And you all exit to leave in your very fine motor vehicles for the O'Shea estate, which is only a short 10 to 15 minute drive away. Meanwhile, in the Red Lamp, Silas, you hear at your apartment door, "Boss, we've got to go. Are you ready?"
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Hold on. And I just get that final, slip my jacket on, open the door. Good. You did a fine job on your dress.
I know. And you see you dressed as a raven and Rochelle dressed as a full white dove with a mask that almost matches yours, with almost a slip dress made of like silver with then a half cape made of white feathers. She can easily change into her outfit, which is probably underneath this for the magic show later. And she goes, right, I've loaded up the van. Is there anything else we need from your apartment? Because I'm not going in there.
No, I got the mask. You got everything. I check my jacket. The playing cards.
Invitation?
That's why I keep you. And I reach for the mantle and get the invitation. Voila. But I don't see it to be a big problem, honestly. Formality.
But if we don't have the invitation, I know you're famous, but they might not let us into the Eves in the first place. You know what they're like with security there.
Oh, I do, but I know a few names. It's okay. But I understand. I got it.
Oh yeah, aren't you friends with one of the Ballantines, the sickly looking one?
Yeah, the Ballantine boy, yes.
Yeah. It's a shame. He'd be handsome if he didn't look so depressing.
Tell me about it.
Ah.
Anyway, no, are you ready for tonight?
I'm always ready.
You have the set list. You have all of the things.
I got the van loaded, so we need to drive up there now to make sure it's all ready before we do the grand entrance to the ball and all that stuff.
Then why are we standing right here? Let's go.
Of course, boss. Let's go to the van. And she turns and leads the way down. And you hop in the van with her?
Yes.
Okay. You make your way to the Eves. You have to... It takes a little longer from you, even though the Red Lamp is a central district. It takes you a good 30 minutes to get to the O'Shea estate because you have to pass through the various checkpoints on the way up to the Eves. For not just any member of Newfaire society is allowed into the Eves, only those with a specific purpose, class, or invitation are allowed up to where Victor resides. As you go through the streets in the small van, you see kids darting out in front of you, throwing firecrackers, people in different various masks, obviously celebrating outside, but it is Newfaire Eve. And even though the night is cold, the streets are always full of people celebrating the end of one year and hopefully the beginning of something even better for the city ahead. Even though some people in the know may see more danger than those around them realize. You make your way up to the estate and are directed to the back entrance, as this is where you will unload your items for the show, and are directed to a reasonable, quite large size, sort of long gallery. Lots of different ornate chairs and tables there, but they have marked out an area for you to set everything up with Rochelle before guests start arriving formally in about an hour.
Okay. As we are setting things up, I take a second and say, hey, Rochelle, I know that you're going to help with the show, and I'm thankful for it. But this is also a party full of odd people. If things go sideways, don't hesitate to leave.
What do you mean if things go sideways?
It's a lot of rich people. They do stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's rich people.
If the show gets out of hand, or if someone says something they shouldn't, go.
Okay, but you're not going to say something you shouldn't, though, right?
Me? No, never. I always say the right thing.
She leaves. She's like, leaves.
See?
Sure. I'll keep unloading. You go and be you, I guess.
I mean, we got everything out, right? There shouldn't be much left.
Oh, I think there's like a couple of bags and stuff. I need the saw. I forgot the saw in the van.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we'll do it. You might need that.
But also, don't really saw me in half because this dress is expensive and white. So
I know.
don't really saw me in half.
I will. It's the show.
Ooh.
It's the show. I got to.
Just don't have too many whiskeys, please. Just in case.
Never enough. And I turn and I walk off.
All right. She goes, finishes unloading as you make your way to the front of the estate. You see very nice motor cars parked out the front, one of which you recognize as the car Victor showed up in yesterday. But Silas has a little bit of free time to just have a look around where he's going to be performing and entertaining and enjoying himself tonight. Is there anything Silas would like to do?
Definitely would like to tour the show spot. Take a look at that, just to kind of get a feel for it, so I know the ins and outs, exits, the way I need to traverse the crowd, that kind of thing. Other than that, I may just haphazardly roam the rest of the area that the ball is going to be in, and see if there's anything worth noticing beforehand.
Anything worth noticing? Cool. Roll a either a read if you're more concerned about maybe who's around, or a survey if you're looking at structure or layout.
Oh, it's definitely a read.
Okay.
That is a 6.
It's rolling hot. Let's go.
It's a 6 and a 1, actually.
It doesn't matter. The 6 is all we care about here.
I know.
So you notice around the estate, various staff are getting things ready. You notice the staff are sort of all dressed in dark burgundy, either suits or like shirts and a skirt, depending on their preference, with standard black masks that resemble various animals like cat, dog, lizard, bird, but nothing as ornate as the people that will be attending tonight. You also catch a glimpse of a man in a very, very shiny snowy owl costume who seems to be ordering security around specifically. He seems to be hanging around one particular room to the side of the main ballroom, which indicates extra security that way. But it's a very glamorous space. Just Art Deco combined with Art Nouveau architecture, marbled flooring, engraved and painted high ceilings, with furniture that anyone living in Newfaire proper and not in the Eves could pay 2 years of their rent with if they sold one chair in this place.
And this is the O'Shea's estate, right?
This is the O'Shea's estate, but you do not see the couple of the O'Shea's themselves yet, for they're probably still getting ready. Or talking with the Valentines, maybe. And as you walk through the long gallery area where you'll be performing, you start to hear from a side room a piano playing classical combined with sort of jazz music. Something you don't usually hear in the sort of upper echelons of society more, that you'd usually hear within the Red Lamp itself, or maybe bars and clubs downtown that you'd maybe frequent now and again. You hear it coming from a door just to your right as you go down the corridor.
I'd like to, is the door closed, or is it cracked open, or?
It's closed, but that doesn't mean it's locked.
I'd like to, ever so slightly and gently just kind of open the door and just see who's playing.
As you open the door, you see a smaller room, maybe some sort of drawing room or smoking room, that has instruments everywhere. This is obviously where maybe the band is getting ready, or some of the performers are here for tonight, because there's dancing, there has to be a band. And you see sat at the piano a woman in a corseted velvet black off-the-shoulder dress with velvet gloves, sort of sat to her side on the stool, and a cat mask. And I'd like you to do a sense roll, please.
Okay. Do I feel like this is an important one?
Not high stakes in the sense of Candela, but
It's a 6 and a 1.
okay. So is it the 6?
Yeah, because I have 2 in sense.
Okay. You see a woman with olive skin, slight freckles beneath the mask, long black tightly micro-braided hair up in a bun on her head with jewelry woven in. The dress she's wearing is obviously finely made, but old-fashioned, maybe from 5 years ago. And she currently has her eyes closed with dark black eye makeup, playing the sweetest music on the piano, and you swear as you roll a 6 in sense that you recognize an artist being in the zone and loving every second of their existence as they play this piano. And it almost seems like golden and green light dances in the air around her, but if that's really what you're seeing or just what you're imagining as she plays is up to Silas. She's just living her best life playing this piano.
I will stand at the doorway and give a subtle, slow clap. It's like, oh, this is wonderful music. This sounds like home.
She doesn't open her eyes, but she keeps playing with one hand and goes, finishes, and goes, now it is rude to interrupt someone in the middle of playing a piece, is it not?
It was merely a compliment, not meant to interrupt. Please, don't stop on my accord.
Oh, well. Some people say it is rude to stare, but I understand why you did in this case. Who are you?
The name is Silas Cinder.
Oh, I thought we were using fake names.
Oh, no, not here,
Anonymous.
madam.
Oh, well.
I am the entertainment for the evening.
Oh, the entertainment for the evening. I thought I was the entertainment for the evening.
Oh, they booked more than one entertainer?
Well, music usually travels farther than parlor tricks, does it not?
But see, they both stick with the soul.
That I can agree with you. It's nice to meet you. And she holds out an ungloved hand, as
And
if to
you
say,
are?
I am Abigail, but everyone calls me Tabby, and she gestures to the cat mask. I'm playing with the band tonight. Not something as fun as this. This is my own composed piece, but something a bit more traditional for the general crowd assembly.
If she still has the hand out, I will still take it and, a gentle, polite kiss on the hand. A pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you.
So how did you get the invite to this? I don't think I've heard your name in the entertainment circle.
Then you obviously haven't been out enough.
Some would say otherwise.
I may have heard of your reputation, but I am slightly newer in town. I've only been here for 6 months, but a lot of people in the club have mentioned your name to me.
I mean, what better way to spread my fame than by rumor?
I heard you've been spreading a lot more, but let's say it's fame.
Again, do not kiss and tell.
Unfortunately, some of the ladies who work at the club do.
I don't control that.
Oh, no.
But enough of that. We're not here to talk about what may or may not be happening.
Then what are you here to talk about?
I was merely here to enjoy a lovely piece that reminded me of home.
Oh, well, maybe you're from the same place as me.
I'm from a lot of places.
So am I. I guess pick a favorite.
Exactly. No, so you're here to play the music for the night. Would you mind attending my show? My show starts at 10.
Well, I suppose I could make time.
I would enjoy that. And I will make sure before mine starts to sit and listen to another piece of yours.
How generous. I tell you what, you just got something that people would usually pay good money for free. So, How about you show me what the magic hands can do, as the girls tell me? Show me a trick.
I'll show you a trick. Okay, I think I can do that. So
And she beckons for you to sit next to her on the elongated sort of piano stool, and you see her. She's had her shoes off, with her feet on the pedals, and she puts them on, puts her gloves on, and goes, "I am raptured by your presence. I'm ready."
all right. So I take out my deck of cards. See, the games that I like to do, the tricks that I like to do, they are very close quarters. I fan out the deck on the table. Now, what I would like you to do, I'm going to take these cards and I am going to have half of them face up and face down. What I would like for you to do, point to a card. Doesn't matter which card.
She looks you dead in the eye and just points to a card without looking down.
Very good. I like the confidence. Now, what say you are the chances that I can actually get this done? And by this, and I start to kind of play with the cards and shuffle them, I'm going to make it so that only your card is going to show up, face up, out of all of this mess. What say you to that? And I'm just sitting here, just kind of playing around with them, doing everything I can with them.
I'll believe it. Enough of the show. Just prove you can do it.
Okay. I like a woman that knows what she wants. And I fan out the cards, all of them face down except the one that she had pointed at.
I have to admit, that's quite impressive.
See? I know what I'm doing.
It's almost a fair trade for my playing. Almost. So I think I will attend the show later to get my money's worth.
Well, consider that you just got one of the tricks for free.
I'm not paying for the tricks ever, if that's what you mean.
Some people might.
Then they're being ripped off.
Oh, dagger to the heart, man.
What a shame. I'm sure you'll live. Anyway, I have to go and practice with the band. Otherwise, they'll be mad.
I will leave you to it then, Miss Tabby.
Thank you, Mr. Cinder.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you don't burn up.
Nor do I.
Okay, leave.
And
this is my run. You.
I as I'm doing this, yes, I'm exiting the room.
Do you look back as you leave?
Yeah, I'd give a look back and smoke. Give a little wink.
She's just looking at you without. She's playing perfectly and just looking. You just go. Take a picture. It will last longer.
I close the door behind me and just keep on going.
You keep going. So, we have two fellas already at the ball. Keegan and Jazz. Now, I wouldn't want to assume as the storyteller, but I'm assuming you'll travel to the ball together, will you not?
Oh, of course. Keegan's my guest.
He is?
I invited him.
You did?
Yes.
But who invited you? It's a question that we still haven't solved.
I do believe that in some way, shape, or form, I have either copied the note from the Night Owl, or I'm actually carrying the note from the Night Owl. Both options just as a tangible means by which I remember that's still a thread I need to pull on a little harder. But I don't know.
Do you wait for Keegan to come and get you, or do you go and get him?
Oh, if he was to attempt to come get me, I unfortunately believe that it would be a race to each other's door.
I believe I was invited, so you come pick me up.
Boom. Yep. I'm on time as hell, knocking on that door.
6:30, Keegan, you hear, how does Jazz knock? I don't want to.
I'm not going to do it because it'll piss my dogs off. But it's a very succinct knock, 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 knock.
You'll hear probably frantic steps are coming down the stairs, and I will open the door. I am mostly dressed, but the shirt is still untucked and unbuttoned, as is my vest, and I am holding the jacket and mask. Right, I remembered the party. I was just finishing some notes about what we might need to be looking at when we're there. You look great. I'm getting to that point, hopefully. So, how are we getting there?
Well, for now, why don't we head on up? I'll take a look at some of the notes you're putting together in case I can be of assistance. You continue getting dressed. We have a car coming for us.
We sound like we're from the eaves at this point.
Well, if we're going to go to the ball, we might as well play the part.
I was never a great actor.
Well, your line of work is more about studying other people's behavior. Can't exactly blame you for not taking on the skills yourself, but I think you do just fine. Show me what you're working with. And then I blush and I go, the notes upstairs.
Yeah, I will fumble and get everything tucked in and buttoned as we go back upstairs, where just not one, not two, but 3 corkboards with strings jumping across the room as Keegan is trying to put this together. And now there is centered is the one of the pictures of the cube, and you can see that he's really focused on this symbol for like lock, door, key, mouth, whatever this weird little house symbol from Old Farron is, and the fact that it is on the cube. But there is also a small section, Jazz would notice this, about gray slate, or at least there's a lot of string going there because of the graffiti that was found being the same symbol. But I don't know if this box, this cube, is a key to a door, but if it is, we don't want that door opening, I assume. So, do we know what the budget is that we can bid on once we're at the auction?
You know, I'm afraid I didn't quite look into that myself, but we have members of the group who have closer ties to the chapter house who might be able to answer that better. I'm more so worried about anybody seeing me if I have to take matters into my own hands. And I razzle-dazzle.
Well, it doesn't help to speculate on what could happen at the ball if we're not at the ball. So
Patrick's standing next to you, and he's like, oh, and he's like looking himself up and down in the new outfit that you're wearing, because you always wear similar things. And he goes, really? You're talking about work? Look at her! What are you doing? You look great. Come look at the board.
And for the record, our suits aren't too dissimilar. And I have the mask sort of tilted on the top of my head, but I have a pretty decent updo. And I'm wearing much more makeup than is usual for myself. And you can see a few bulges in pockets that seem to imply I'm carrying things that I probably wouldn't normally carry, because I usually look very, very slim in like the 5 layers that I wear, despite where I keep notebooks and what have you. And remind me again the color of your vest, tie,
Uh,
kerchief, etc.?
my vest is green with a matching
Mhm.
kerchief.
I thought so. And there is what appears to be a flower woven into my updo in a, not matching, of course, that's difficult, but very similar shade of green. And it's like, she says, well, when you're right, you're right. Car should be arriving any moment. Here. And I pull one of the myriad shapes that now doesn't bulk up my clothes any longer, is a little case out of which I pull a boutonniere that matches my off red vest, tie, etc. And I clip that to your lapel. And I say, best we get moving. All I see here is proof that the Anchorfall craft store is going to stay open. We got to figure out a real mystery.
Lead the way.
Alonzi?
And I check if Patrick now has a boutonniere.
He does.
Is it literally every piece of my outfit you have to copy?
I don't get.
Oh, does he look like you?
He has a spectral flower now.
I'm the better looking one.
I'm not gonna lie. A spectral flower sounds quite nice. I'm looking left. He's over to the right.
Just, I will indicate where he is if you keep trying to look for him.
I don't see the reason in trying to bother. He's not the one I asked to come, but it's alright if he tags along.
Well, good. It's kind of hard to separate us, so we three go to the party.
Your uncle's already there, I assume.
Yes, he left earlier to start handling security. Looking as flashy as ever.
I have no doubt. He had some important preparations to take care of. That makes nothing but good sense. Let's be on our way.
Do you hear a beep 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 outside to indicate your taxi has arrived?
All right.
Hey there. Good luck tonight. Pretty sure we can pull this off, but just in case, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek. And then I walk out.
Good luck.
Patrick's going.
You can't even heat up, so stop that.
If you feel it, I feel it too, brother.
I feel that the game is afoot. Let's go.
Jazz, aka Sammy, you can have a D6 to spend on anything you would like for that incredible attention to detail today.
I'll take it.
And you travel to the eaves. What is on both of your minds as you travel to the eaves, apart from obviously each other looking spectacular? What are the main questions as you head up there in both of your investigatory minds right now?
The main one for me is going to be as well. Victor asked us to take a look behind a door in his house, so that might be a problem for later, after the party, perhaps. But the main one for Keegan, I think, is acquiring the cube and how to do that without meeting the same fate as Alex Desai, as him getting a hold of this killed him. And then I guess the other one is, will we be able to find a more clear, like a person, a face to put on the corkboard for who is behind the central, like the murders, the mindless stuff, if there is someone here that knows more. Because again, Keegan's got all that thread, but there might be some connections he hasn't just made yet.
Jazz, what are you thinking?
Jazz is contemplating the means by which she can best blend into the environment. That way, if the auction doesn't go as planned, will she be able to track where it seems like items are coming from, how much security there seems to be present, how much I might be able to talk my way past persons, and how much I might need to lean into some skills in sneaking that I have, even if they're not quite polished. More so, however, is I was specifically invited here by somebody with an avian nom de plume, and that seems to be a moniker scheme, or not a moniker scheme, but an animal theme for the masks worn by the Valentine family holding tonight's event. So if it turns out whoever sought to bring me here is related to Victor, what's their intent? And if anything begins to turn sour tonight, can we trust Victor to stay on mission or to hold closer to his family ties? Those are the things I'm thinking about.
The Valentines are a mysterious yet very visible family that your uncle was investigating at the time he died.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a coincidence, but maybe there's something else going on. As you travel through the eaves, you presenting your invitation at every checkpoint, going, "He's my +1." To keep
I call it
in
out
sight.
as frequently as possible.
As frequently as possible to every guard and checkpoint as you go up to the eaves. And when you finally get into the grounds of the O'Shea estate itself, as you present your invite to sort of the final main checkpoint, you are handed a red token. Dark red, with an even darker red hand. And they say, "Madam, this is for the private event being held later. You'll need to present this in order to attend."
And just so I don't miss out on that, around what time should we be heading over? And in what room should we be looking?
11 o'clock. When you see the sign to attend, you will know it. Do not worry.
I shan't, and I trust that I will.
Have a good evening. And you are let into the estate proper. Kim.
Come along.
Yes.
It's time to leave the house with many locks.
So Kim is dressed in a gray-green, fully buttoned up dress, like with long sleeves, completely buttoned up to the top. And she has on a mask that resembles a tufted titmouse, which is a small bird that is usually shy, but tends to get aggressive or puffs up when threatened. She is kind of psyching herself up to leave the house. She's still in her bedroom, and she has in her hand some vials of mindless that she's trying to decide if she should bring with her or not. And she also, if off in the closet, you see a gorgeous, like full-length ball gown that is red with black accents, that is peeking out. Clearly that she looks like she might have taken it out and put it back, but not carefully. But she hasn't. She looks over at it and kind of like slams the closet door. And as she walks out the bedroom, she still has the vials of mindless in her hand, and she's just conflicted on whether she should bring them with her or not. And I think that she's going to put them down on the table, and start unlocking the table next to the door and start unlocking all the locks as she makes her decision.
Roll, as you get ready, roll a focus or sense.
Oh, let's do a focus. That is a 3 and a 1.
Okay. As you get ready, you think, should I bring the mindless? Should I wear that dress? I have a question. As Lightkeeper, is the dress hers or yours?
The dress is her best friend's.
Okay. Sergeant Daly's dress hangs unused for many years. Not because you never had an occasion to wear it too. You are a doctor of the high echelons of society. Your practice is thriving. You are doing well. To all outward appearances anyway. If your slightly nervous demeanor just makes you more intriguing to those who have enough money to throw at whatever problems they need taken care of with medicine or drugs or something else. And you really think, actually, yeah, maybe the mindless is a good idea because I could fuck this up. And actually, yeah, they need me to be at my best. And if I take the mindless, I'll be less distracted. And it's such a good idea to take this. What am I even thinking I can do it myself? Let's do it.
Okay. So she's going to, as she's unlocking the locks, and she has this thought. She looks down at her gray-green, very conservative-looking dress, and it feels tight because it's all the way up to her neck, so it feels tight and she feels uncomfortable. And she thinks to herself, "No one's coming with me. No one's here to pick me up, so why not?" So before she gets to the last lock, she makes an about face and goes back into her bedroom to change.
Okay. You change. It feels a lot comfier. And how does it feel wearing your friend's dress that she said you could have in the event that she didn't need it anymore?
She is both simultaneously it feels comfortable because she feels like has her friend close, but she also feels like time is running out to find out what happened and how she died. And she has no leads, no clues. She just has people that she's asked to help with no information coming back. And because she has that weird feeling of feeling comfortable in the dress because it's her friend, but also uncomfortable because of how she died, I think that she's going to, for the very first time ever, decide if she's going to take mindless for herself, because she's never taken it for herself.
Okay. Would you like to leave it up to the dice to decide whether you take some mindless before this evening begins?
Ooh. Yes.
I'm gonna say roll a focus, and if you don't get a 6, you take mindless.
Oh God. Okay.
How focused do you want to be?
I'm gonna spend a drive on this.
Okay.
A 3, a 6, and a 2.
Your anxiety builds up as you wear the dress and remember your friend and think there's so much I don't know. But then almost, I'm wearing my friend's dress. She believed in me. And you start to Kim's never that truly calm, start to calm down and realize about Artemis's warning to you before you left the chapter house, saying if anything happens to the group because of information you kept back, there will be consequences. And you settle and get ready to leave. How would you like to get there?
So she calls the same person that's been picking her up every single time in that carriage. And I imagine that this carriage driver has been very busy for the night with the party at and everything. So obviously it might take her a little time to get to Dr. Kim. and she's going to rub her hands down the length of the dress a little bit, look at the mindless, and although she doesn't take it for herself, she puts it in her bag.
Okay.
So she's going to shove it in the bottom of her bag, and she's going to unlock the final lock and step outside and go, oh, you're here, hi.
About to knock on the door. Yes, hello, I'm here.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi. You look, hi, thank you. Okay. I just need to lock up and we could just go to the Valentine. I'm not picking anyone up. It's just me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just, and she's going to turn around and lock the door, and she's going to pull on the lock once and take 2 steps down, and then walk back up the stairs and pull on the lock again. I'm sorry. I just really need to make sure that the lock is locked. I feel like sometimes I don't lock it. I know you saw me lock it. You saw me lock it, right?
I saw you lock it, and everything is fine.
Okay. So we're gonna go now. We're gonna go. Okay, we can go. Yes.
We're going to go.
Yes.
As she helps you get into the carriage, as you're dressed in finery, helps lift your dress from behind you so it doesn't scrape against anything. I'd like you, just before you head off, to roll a read, please.
Okay.
This is not a high stakes roll.
4, gilded 4.
Okay. One of your drives back.
Okay.
As you're using the result on the gilded dice. She's a lot calmer than before. A lot less nervous. And you couldn't say why, but it's a change. As she goes, yes, madam, here you go. And I will take up my seat on the front and we shall proceed to the eaves. Do you have everything you need? Do you have your invitation? I'm assuming you're going to the O'Shea estate for the New Year's ball?
And she's going to, as she's helping her into the carriage, she's going to, I guess the only way I can think of it, surreptitiously, while she's holding onto the driver's wrist, take the driver's pulse to see if she can diagnose. So she's kind of like holding onto her pulse as she steps into the carriage to see what is going on, because she senses the difference.
Still using your 4. So slow. Not as in dangerous slow, but a lot slower than you'd think that a person riddled with anxiety about their job yesterday should be. And just a bad feeling that something is influencing this person. And as that feeling overcomes you as you step in the carriage, I would like you to take a brain.
Mm-hmm. I think in that moment, a switch happens with Kim, and she's going to, as she steps into the carriage and she takes her seat, she still has her hand on the driver, and she's going to slightly pull her to her and go, don't ever take it again. It is not for you. It's not for everyone. Do not ever take this again. Do you understand me? And she's going to let her go.
Okay, madam, we'll be on the way. And looks slightly shocked and rattled as she gets into her driver's position, but seemingly in charge of all her faculties as you move towards the eaves, presenting your invitation at every checkpoint until you eventually get there. But no token is handed to you. You have been invited as a guest, but not necessarily a guest to the auction itself. Finally, to the biggest party boy of them all, who loves social occasions, Mason. How is Mason feeling?
How's he feeling?
How's he feeling? Is he? What are his main feelings and thoughts about the duty that he's now been tasked with by Artemis to go to the auction to retrieve the object? With everything else going on right now.
That was a mission. It's fine. Always is. However, out of all missions he's ever been given, this is the first time that Artemis has given him the worst job ever, which is to mingle. and I wouldn't say nervous, but there's a term. It's not annoyed. Disgruntled. But it's a job. And Mason gets his job done.
You do have a clear mission objective, which should focus and make things easier. But unfortunately, people will probably want to talk to you, and you are aware that that is a consequence of where you are going and of how beautiful you look in your current outfit. Mason cannot help but be magnetic and not want to be in certain situations. How would you like to proceed up to the eaves with your invitation for Candela?
Well, I'm not a scouter. I honestly think it's going to be not even studying. We're going to be training lightly, not to overexhaust, not to overexert, leading up to. Give myself exactly enough time to shower, clean, dress. And I'm not going to bike there this time because that might mess up the look. I don't want to walk there. There's too many things that could go wrong and too many people that could talk to me. So I'm going to requisition a ride. I'm going to trust letting someone else get me somewhere.
Okay. You call a taxi?
Yep. Yeah.
Where do you request for them to pick you up?
How close am I? Am I close enough to walk, actually?
No.
No, I'm not.
No, not from groundswell. It would take a long time and your outfit would be ruined.
And there's no way to. Yeah, I'm getting a taxi and they're going to pick me up at my usual coffee shop. No, because I don't want people to see me. God, this mission is hard. Fuck.
This could be the most dangerous and hard mission Mason's ever been on for Candela Obscura. And that's saying something. I'm
going to have them pick me up around the corner from where I stay by the alleyway next to the convenience store, where I could take the back alley to get there and not a main street.
Okay. The operator sounds slightly confused as they go,
Yes.
Of course, sir. We'll have someone there as soon as possible. It is Newfaire's Eve, so they might take a little bit longer than usual, but we'll try our best for you.
Of course.
Have a nice evening. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Okay, puts the phone down. About 30 minutes later, are you in a dark alleyway just waiting?
Yes.
You see a confused looking person in what looks like a taxi driver's uniform go, "Hello? Taxi
Yeah.
for Mr. Briggs?"
And I've also considered I'm bringing some of my gear. I am notably bringing a collapsible baton. I can't bring Old Reliable. Like, I feel like that would raise a number of flags.
In this outfit, it's hard to hide a giant baseball bat, I will tell you that.
So, and I also can't bring firearms because I feel like that'll bring other flags. But I will bring a collapsible, Nightwing baton. 2 of them, if I need to do what I need to do. And yeah, as soon as it comes up, I just get into the back. I don't say anything. I just get in the back. I'm holding the mask, so it's not seen as I'm trying to stay calm.
Okay. The driver looks down and goes, where are you heading, sir? To the Eves? To the O'Shea estate, I believe?
I believe if I would call them, I would have told them where I'm going, or is that...
He is sort of confirming with you that that's where you're going.
I just nod without looking at him. I'm looking at the back of the seat, at a 45-degree angle.
Are you okay, sir? We have water if you need it.
Just drive.
Okay. Here, the horses go. It takes a while. There's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of noise outside the carriage. There's people setting off fireworks. There's smoke. There's sounds of partying and alcohol. being consumed in copious amounts. It's a journey that seems like it takes forever. And at the first checkpoint, you're kind of just out of it. And he goes, sir, they need to see your invitation. Sir?
As I come through it, I take the invitation to the window, not looking, I just put it to the window, like, so they just look at it. I don't want to talk to them or anything.
You do have to do this at least 3 more times. And each time, I'm imagining that slap against the window gets a bit more violent.
Yes. First one, I set it. Second one, I smack it. Third one, I feel the door like want to give a bit.
Can you roll a strike roll for me, please?
Absolutely. I was wondering. I was like, I need to roll something. I just didn't know what.
You kind of want to fail.
That's a 2.
You strike the window so hard that a crack appears in it inside the carriage, but the window does not break. Your strike is not strong enough. And the guy outside who's checking invitations go, yes, sir, here is the token for the special events later on, and hands you a dark red token with a darker red hand on it.
I'm gonna tell, since I didn't roll, like I didn't open the window, I'm gonna be like, grab the token. To the driver.
Huh?
Grab the token.
Holds it out to the man, goes, I am supposed to hand this only to the person with the invite.
Opens the window slowly, snatches the token, closes it quickly.
The guy outside is just like, eases the taxi driver's like, yeah, okay, we're going. You get to the estate and are allowed to step out, and he goes, Happy New Year.
I set extra to fix the window because I'm aware that I did that.
Oh, Happy New Year. Thank you.
And as I step out, I will... Am I aware that it's a mask on whole time type thing, or is it a mask on in the event kind of thing?
It's like a mask. Typically, Mason would have been to higher society events before because of your family. It's more like masks on until sort of for like first bit of mingling, dancing, and then after the sort of first formal events, you can take them off if you wish, but you can also just wear them for the entire time if you'd like.
Okay. I don't get out until after I feel like everybody's going to start going in. I don't want to be part of the ingress gathering.
No, it seems like a steady stream of people's moving in steadily. It's not like there's a blockade there.
So I'm going to make sure I can get to a point where there's enough of a crowd that I can blend in, but not so slow where they might interact with me early on.
Can you roll a luck check for me? Just 1 dice.
1 dice? Oh. Well, whatever I need to roll for it to go in my favor, I won't roll. Just so you know.
I mean...
That's a 6, actually, so...
You do not bump into anyone that wishes to interact with you. It's smooth sailing, Mason.
So far, so good. This mission has been the toughest mission of my life so far.
Kim, you do see Mason up ahead, however, who is steadily moving into the building. If you wish to interact with him, that's up to you.
She's going to see Mason, and above table, does Kim realize she hasn't that she needs a token to be part of the auction, or
no? That was just for you knowing.
Okay.
Like so she's telling you that you do not have a token.
Okay. She's going to like smooth her hands down the dress again, and readjust like the earrings she has on, like these silver earrings and the crown and everything else. And she's going to walk over and Sergeant. Hi, Sergeant.
Mason, you hear Kim behind you. Whether you pretend you don't hear it's up to you.
Hold on. What would be to obviously ignore someone?
Hide? Oh wait, that's stealth though. You want to obviously ignore someone.
I'm trying to deceive. Be like, didn't hear you.
Hide.
Never
she
mind.
has eyes.
Yeah, but like I'm not looking. But however, I rolled a 1, so I'd like to believe that you, when you say sergeant, my composure is nervous because of the amount of people and there's too many variables I can't control.
Mhm.
And I'm already overstimulated, so that when you say sergeant, there's a moment when I tense, turn, and there is a very sharp, sudden grip of your wrist as I like pull you from your elbow into my body in a controlling your body posture and then almost ready to attack, but not like hurting, but enough to control who I thought was talking to me.
Okay.
Whether or not you understand, you're not in danger, but it's definitely me feeling like I was in danger.
And as you do that, you hear Kim doesn't scream. She's not a person that's got like, she kind of goes, that kind of high pitched like squeak. And then she goes, Mason, it's me. Hi. It's Dr. Kim. It's Dr. Kim Lianen. Hi.
Yeah, doctor. And there is, I feel you can see there's a very clear bead of sweat rolling down the left side under the mask around like his jawline a bit, and like gently releases. But there's this moment of like releasing the elbow that like taps like twice, which is meant to be like a, I'm sorry, you're okay. But Mason is, because of the one, I'm leaning into a semi-verbal state, not fully non-verbal, but in a cognizant discomfort in this moment.
And I think at this
Take a
point-
brain for anxiety.
Yeah. I think at this point, Kim is going to her physician brain kicks in a little bit, and she's going to go, as he releases her, go, I think we're gonna go someplace a little bit more quiet and have a seat. We don't need to go in right now. Let's just go somewhere. And I'm assuming this is a big gardens everywhere, and she's going to uncharacteristically take hold of your elbow and steer you to a bench and sit you down.
And you will note that in all the time you've known Mason, there is a moment in which you do that his shoulders hunch a bit. In the best way to describe, there is definitely that I wouldn't say like a submitting, but a mildly defeated nature of like trying to get the composure and just letting the moment take him.
Right. She's going to, as they come to a bench, she's just going to sit down.
Does so. Eyes are still at a 45, does not look at an even eye line.
I know that this is a lot and not the norm for you. And I think that in this moment, I need you to not be the sergeant just for a little while and just take some nice deep breaths for me. And we could just be here for a little while. And then when the time is right, Sergeant Mason can come back. But right now we could just be Mason and Kim, right? And we could just sit here. We don't even have to talk. I'll just stop talking. And she's going to sit down next to you very ungracefully because she's still not accustomed to being dressed as she is. She's more accustomed to being fully buttoned up and covered. And she's just going to sit next to you, kind of shoulder to shoulder, not saying anything, and just looking at the people going in.
Mason just sits, fidgeting hands slightly. His hands are following a specific pattern. I don't think that Kim would recognize what his hands are trying to do, but you notice there is a pattern of him repeating, going through steps of something with his hands, and then doing another series of steps, and then going back to step A. So it's like B, A, B, A, B. He's doing a pattern of some sort, of some hand-like motion that would normally require some object interaction.
I don't think Kim would notice because she is also watching the crowd, but she feels tension. She still feels tension, I imagine, from Mason. And she's going to reach into her bag and pull out a handkerchief that is embroidered with not her name, but Sergeant Daly's name is embroidered on that handkerchief. And she's gonna hand it to him and go, you just need to wipe here. Just wipe your right there. Just,
He does so.
I don't mean to pry, and we've been sitting here a little bit. I know this amount of people is a lot, and it feels strange for you to not be the one in charge. But if you want to, we can. I could be in charge for a little bit, and I could just stay by your side until we get inside. But I think with everything that, if you don't want to, that's fine too. But I think that you need. I don't know. Back at the house, I had a moment with about mindless, and I know being in the military, you probably noticed that some of your comrades and subordinates seemed more focused, and I have in my bag not the stuff that's sold on the street, that's different somehow, but the original uh the original drug that we used in the military. If you think that it would be helpful for your focus, I mean, you don't have to. Clearly, you're not. I'm not. I'm private practice now. I'm just telling you because I know that when the first iteration of this drug was something that helped our soldiers to focus, and you seem very unfocused right now, and I don't know what else to or how else to help you be in charge.
Mason, continuing with his fidgeting hands, is listening to you talk, and you notice as you're talking, the pattern becomes less shaky in his hands and slows down until at some point he does a full stop in one of the motions, like his hand is halfway through the second pattern, and he just last time I was in a big crowd, the bombs went off. We were talking, laughing. They were joking. I wasn't paying attention. And a lot of good people were nothing more than pictures on coffins. Crowds are hard. There's too many things that can go wrong, too many details that I can't account for, too many ways that too many people can get hurt.
I understand. I mean, look, I was in the military as well. I was, a physician there, and did missions. Some missions where they tend to not. They go sideways a lot, and I get it. I understand, but I think we are in a different situation than when we were at war, really. And I think that maybe I don't know how much you know or remember of our time back then, but maybe, I mean, you do seem more yourself now, so you could probably ignore what I said earlier. Um, but maybe I could just give it to you in case. I maybe I don't know. I'm rambling. I feel like I'm so sorry. I'm rambling. It's just something I tend to do. I'm sorry, I'm Mason. I'm sorry. It's just
As you talk, Mason taps your. I picture you're on Mason's right side.
Yeah.
Mason taps your knee twice. Just like 1, 2, leaves it for like 2 seconds, and then pulls his hand away. I like the rambling. And he like stands up. Takes a moment to breathe.
Mhm.
And you can see like the shoulders come up, the chest tightens, the form becomes statued again, but then extends out his right hand. Doctor, we have an event to attend.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you correct. That's correct. You're right. Absolutely right. We're good. We have an event. And she's going to take her. She has on red gloves to match the gown that she's wearing, and then she's going to put her hand on yours, on Mason's, and they're going to proceed into the, I guess, the party area.
And as we
Can
walk,
roll-
Mason will just mumble under, like not mumble, he will say quietly so that you can hear. You're always doing a good job, Doctor. You need to learn to believe it too.
And she's not going to say anything. She's just, I think if someone is looking at her, you will see a smile. Like, you don't normally see a smile from her. She's always anxious. For the first time, you see a genuine like smile, and I think Mason feels a little bit of relaxation as they walk from her.
You remember each other's memories from when Youngest first connected with you that you all saw. Mason can laugh, and Kim can excel. They have it in them. They don't need anything else. And combined, two people who get overwhelmed easily might even make it through a party. And maybe even find some valuable information if they work together. Then you see Keegan and Jazz come beside you in the crowd, also together.
Both of you look smart as hell. Doctor, that is quite the dress.
Oh, thank you, Jazz. You look lovely too. Thank you. It feels.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, go on. I'm sure it feels wonderful. You look great.
And she's just gonna like, once again, you see like not a big smile, just like a little bit of like a quick like smile, and then she goes back to her anxious facial expressions. Keegan, you look well.
Thank you, Doctor. As Jazz said, you both look great. Sorry, I'm a little unfocused. There's a lot on my mind. It's a party, but remember, we're here on a mission.
No, I get that. And she, at this moment, she remembers that Keegan has a brother, and she goes, she whispers, but just for the four of us all to hear. She goes, is your brother here?
To that moment, Mason looks towards Keegan, slightly off, and goes, "You look good, Patrick."
Oh, thank you. Tell him thank you. It's nice that he's not pointing a gun at me this time.
Patrick says thank you for that. and appreciates the lack of guns being pointed at him.
And Kim is going to take a big step back from Keegan, as if she's like almost hiding, trying to hide behind Mason.
Well, everybody, where shall we begin?
You enter the estate proper, and we're going to take a break. A very short one, for 5 minutes.
Yay!
So, Jazz, Keegan, Kim, and Mason, you make your way up the exceptionally long gravel pathway, past manicured hedges, elaborate gardens, many, many benches, which people are sort of meeting up, chatting on, moving on. There are also some other people that look slightly overwhelmed by the situation. So Mason wasn't the only one, so nothing about that stood out to anyone here. Lined with attendants and lit torches as you make your way up to the O'Shea estate proper. The O'Shea estate makes Victor's house, if any of you've seen it, kind of look like a one-bedroom condo. Although his house is gorgeous, this estate is huge. If any of you ever seen Blenheim Palace in the UK or want to look up what that is, That is the level of scale we are going for. It's almost kind of like a castle mansion house with gardens and its own wood and lake for hunting. It is a mixture of Art Nouveau and Art Deco style with some of the more modern features. You can see some electric lights dotted outside just in case the weather starts to turn. Huge gold columns and gilded archways with red brick and ivy growing up the sides of this house as you are led through the double wooden doors proper. It's almost like entering a fairy tale house. And as you step up the stairs into the main foyer where you can see people's coats being taken, and the first few people are starting to mingle before heading into the main ballroom itself. Huge, shiny marble floors, paintings, elaborate furniture, and staff everywhere attending to everyone's needs with trays of canapes, alcohol aplenty, and non-alcoholic for those who also imbibe that way. And everyone sees Silas. What have you been doing in the foyer while they've been making their way up the drive?
Oh, Silas would be just kind of demonstrating small little parlor tricks. Yeah. Of course, everyone knows it's Silas.
Mask on or mask off right now?
Since the guests are actually starting to arrive, the mask would be on.
Mask on. You see a very dashing raven performing magic tricks, of which all of you recognize to be Silas. And then further in the distance, Victor, would you be stood with your family or slightly away from them as they help the O'Sheas greet their guests this evening?
I would probably have been already shoved away from the family at this point.
You can see Victor doing that thing where you want to exit a conversation. He's slowly taking a step to the left away from people. Slowly taking another step to the left away until he's far enough away he can kind of mingle and disappear into the crowd proper. But it's impossible not to see him, for his outfit is one of the finest in the room, because money. And actually, Victor looks pretty good, as do you all. As you all sort of notice each other and can come together as a group, if you would wish in this moment, under the pretense of social interaction.
Come along. Let's go greet one of our hosts, indicating Victor.
Silas, I thought they were going to give you a stage for this.
Oh, this is just a pre-show.
Oh.
I got to get the crowd worked up.
You see so many women surrounding Silas. And men too, but a lot of women over the age of 35 in fine jewelry with their husbands, if they have them with them, looking so bored, stood in the corner smoking cigars and drinking champagne.
What's the age range for the mask people who are into it?
It's hard to tell because of masks, but everyone looks rich.
Mm-hmm.
The age range is rich. That's
the age range is rich.
I mean, you're what, like 17, 19?
No.
Yeah.
Now,
How you doing there, boy? Oh, sorry, Silas. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I kind of turned to the crowd that's around me and was like, if you did it all, just excuse me. Remember, my show tonight is at 10 o'clock on the dot. And then just kind of turn back to Keegan and Jazz. Now, you two look lovely. I noticed a boutonniere that it matches. Nice touch there, Keegan.
Well, it was actually Jazz's idea. I was a little distracted by work up until she picked me up. So
I'm sure he would have if he'd had the mind to do so. You're looking pretty smart yourself. You actually brought out the good suit for this one.
I totally attribute that to my assistant, Rochelle.
Yes.
And Jazz.
And is she here, by the way?
She is. She's doing the final setup while I, work the crowd.
Oh, of course. And in the act of working the crowd, anybody interesting or suspicious we should be keeping an eye on, knowing full well that you might not know the answer to that, and we'll have to go to the Lightkeeper.
Oh, I have one name in particular. The other entertainment, the one that's providing the music, the pianist, her name, she has a cat mask, a tabby cat. She goes by Tabby, for Abigail.
Wow.
She's only been
Gabby,
here 6 months.
Abby.
She's only
Go
been
ahead.
here for 6 months. I don't know how she got invited in that short a time to an event like this.
Precisely what form of vibes did she give off that gives cause for you to bring her up? Short of that curious detail you had at the end.
Shy of the 6 months. She plays a lovely piano.
Oh, what a dangerous person that is.
No, the type that you can get lost in.
Well, I know the type. Now, any chance, as you've been meandering while Rochelle takes care of your business, have you by chance seen where they might be storing anything? Or if any particularly large crates and what have you have been moved about?
Not in my time here.
Understood.
The piano kind of distracted me, for better or worse. I don't know.
Silas, you
Wow.
did notice that side room where Lachlan was directing people into that was just off the main ballroom. No big crates, but there was something going on over there with security.
So Keegan's uncle was doing it. Yeah. So yeah, Keegan, your uncle was already doing something on the side, guiding some folks to another room, but couldn't tell what.
Well, I've got to go. We've got to go have a chat with him just to see where, if he's got anything, he might be able to tell us as well.
Have you seen the others?
Mason and Kim are there.
Yeah,
We okay
I
with
turned.
Tyler?
Could have sworn they were. Oh, right here. Sorry. You were blocking your view.
Ah, Doctor. Maison.
Hello. I liked your pre-show, Silas, a lot. It was really, really good.
Well, just wait till the main attraction. Your dress
Right.
looks lovely, by the way, Doctor.
Thank you. You look good.
I always try to. Thank you.
Above table is Victor. Victor's here as well. Everyone's together.
Victor's there, but also trying to blend into a wall.
And she's going to go to Victor. Victor, you seem better now. I mean, the last time I probably shouldn't talk about this here, but anyway,
I'm all right,
you-
Doctor.
okay. You look nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. We should probably talk soon.
We should have we should have time.
Okay. Right. I'm okay. I feel like I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna, and she's gonna just go quiet.
Grab a
Talk
drink,
about what?
Doctor. It'll
But
be
talk
all
about
right.
what, Doctor? Is it client patient?
Oh no. It just it was just like we the last time you saw him, he this suspended animation. And it was just I don't really. There are things I had questions.
That's fair.
Here's a good one to start. Do you feel like you have your head about you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the best I can here. This is not just a day-to-day ball that you would go to. So there's a little bit of pressure. But yeah, I think everything will be all right. I think.
So as you're in the middle of talking, Silas, you hear footsteps run up behind you and go, "Boss, everything's set up for the show." "Oh, sorry. Are these friends of yours?"
Yeah. There's some friends of mine. Thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate it. Everyone, this is Rochelle. She is
Hi.
my wonderful, wonderful assistant who keeps track of everything for me.
Pleasure to meet you.
"Oh, lovely to meet you." And she does a little curtsy to you, but you can tell she's not used to walking in heels or with the kind of dress she has on. She's kind of like, "Oh, okay. But yeah.
Rochelle, would you like a swan and a blanket? It's what they just passed around a moment ago.
I don't know what that is.
It's swan meat wrapped in some kind of pastry.
I think I'm okay. I don't want to make sure I eat anything before the show that will like throw me off, because he's gonna probably saw me in half. Spoilers.
Oh, well, in that case, if it was treating your stomach poorly, we'd be able to fish it back out again.
Ah, I like you. Silas, why don't you bring people around more often?
They don't like to
Let
hang
me
around
meet the
me too often.
people. Ah. Well, I'll tell you what. You should all come to Silas's shop, because he's hardly ever there, and I'm the one that's there, and I'll get you a discount.
Sure.
Good to know.
What's up with you, sad one? Looks at Victor. You alright? Oh! I'm so sorry, Mr. Valentine. I didn't recognize you with the mask on.
It's all right.
Sorry.
It's fine. Grab a drink, relax. You're here among friends.
The way you said that did not sound convincing, but thank you for your hospitality. She grabs like a huge, like 2 glasses of champagne, one in each hand, and goes, well, it was lovely to meet you. I hope you will come into the show later. I know Silas loves attention, so as you all probably know. So anyway, boss, bye, and runs off before you can say anything. And she starts like dual like wielding glasses.
She's your assistant, isn't she?
Yeah,
Is she going to be able to handle some magic that way?
Should be alright. It helps.
Hasn't hit her
loosen
baseline yet, eh?
Yeah. No, it helps to get the nerves out. It's this is not a typical thing for her. It's always the other shows around town. A ball like this is just it's new. It's bigger.
I think a couple of us could associate with that.
But
All right, everybody. A couple of things are going to start over the next couple of hours. Where do we
Why
want to get
not?
started?
Why
Mhm.
not?
Go ahead.
We step into this side wing real quick and have a conversation rather than we say talking out here.
Is that the wing named after O'Shea?
There's so many places in this building. It's hard to know what name is what. But I do know that there's a few places that are at least less occupied that we can speak without too many ears. I walked around the place a little bit, and things seem to be quiet in most areas. And he'll kind of take them out of the main area into a side, like sliding door room.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll. Okay. Yeah, you can find a side room that seems unoccupied. There are so many rooms in this place.
Right.
Because you are you, no one really looks when you lead a group of people to a room where the party isn't officially supposed to happen, and you can sort of sit in a sort of side drawing room that's slightly smaller than you'd expect, but snug enough for you to have a private conversation as a group.
So the auction starts at 11, right after your show.
True that. Who all is able to get in there?
Who has invitations for that?
Mason flips the token.
So the two of you.
What is this? What is this token? I didn't.
You didn't receive one, Dr. Kim.
Well, how are we supposed to do this if we all, or if most of us are excluded from this auction? I don't.
Storyteller, question. Was I given a discretionary budget for auctioning? Like, did I have or was I just told to observe and otherwise acquire?
You were told to observe and acquire, but Artemis is rich.
Well, if she has
Like,
to have
whatever
Candela,
means necessary type thing?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Kim, Only 2 of us were issued these tokens, and being forthright, I'm not certain why I was included in that duo, but if we can't find means by which the rest of the group can't be handy if they're not in the auction, I'm certain there are means by which we can seek to procure additional entry.
I'm not very good at subterfuge, and trying to get people to do what I like. It's just not something I'm accustomed to doing. I feel like it might be in our best interest to somehow maybe get a hold of Artemis. I guess it just
Doctor, you were invited by my family. What we have to do here is outside of that. In all honesty, you not being a part of the auction is probably the safest bet because we have an alibi to get out.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. I don't be having a team split up like the last time. We seemed like there were consequences and they're like pain. I just think that it's probably in everyone's best interest not to be a part.
I don't think we have a choice in this one.
This is too large of a space for us to stick together the whole night, I'm afraid. And the matter is too great of importance for us to do so as well. I'll tell you what.
We can't bring a lot of attention to what we have to do. The Kaylux is too important.
Have we heard it referred to as the Kaylux before?
This is new information to you.
Yeah, what now?
Whatever this cube thing is called.
How did you know what the name was?
You might believe me.
I've seen some strange shit lately.
When I went cold and out of it, there was this lady. She called herself Empress Anamene. I didn't really know much about who she was, but she knew of the Infinite Family. She knew what this device was, and she knows that it's a key for the coffin. The same one that the same one that Keegan and Mason saw in the dream.
Damn.
And what makes you trust this figure in the dream?
She knew more about everything that we were talking about than anybody.
It was her alchemist that brought the youngest family over in the first place.
You said alchemist. That's what she called me.
I mean, you do have kind of a funny repertoire of abilities. Perhaps that's one more we haven't seen yet.
I don't think I could take it anymore. I'm barely making it out alive every time we go into these things.
Oh, we'll get you out today, one way or another. Tell me, did they confer any additional details to you? This is good stuff, but surely there's more. Something to give us the edge.
They just said that we can't let it get back to the coffin. Something about the flash or flare. I think that's what they said.
Well,
Understood.
Did she say that it might bring youngest family back over?
She said it would break the flare or flash or one of those words.
It would break that. Oh, that's not good. So the cube, the Kaylux, that we've just got to get it to make sure that door stays locked. Whatever. I mean, I know that's the obvious bit, but if they're taking youngest family and turning them into something that youngest thinks is wrong, and then those things get into people and make them lash out in a certain way.
The idea is that youngest family should still be on the other side.
Where they should stay.
But we don't know how many of them are still here.
Right.
At least 2. The one that we found that was mutated, shifted, and then youngest themselves.
Lightkeeper, I'm not going to split from the group entirely, but if I step away back into back to be able to watch the party, am I able to lean into my experience as a journalist and see if I recognize anybody from any organizations that may or may not have tabloids aligning them with bands of thieves?
I don't see why you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like.
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine being difficult is if people are in masks, I wouldn't necessarily be able to pick them out, but I'm considering other angles, and I come back to the group. Everybody, it's possible I might have a few skills that would allow for me to procure an additional one of these tokens. I'm not going to get myself into trouble. I won't be getting thrown out as one of the persons who actually holds one at present. To that end, and I actually pull out my entry and I hand it over to Keegan. It's like, if I'm not with you, stick with the crowd heading in. I can't imagine them turning you away. You were seen to be walking in with me, just in case.
But
I get chased down. Go ahead.
If this token was handed to you and I walk in instead, and you're not there...
Sergeant, if you don't mind, no need to pass it over. If you wouldn't mind just showing us your token. And is there any discernible difference between the tokens?
No.
They don't appear to be name tags. I think we can pull this off, but I have an idea. I'll be back.
There's
Jazz leaves.
going to be a list, though. And, I mean, maybe you could pull off Jazz as a name, but with the fact that you are known based on your uncle, I'm guessing you're completely going to be outed.
And I could talk to Locke to try to, I don't know, work with him as security, or, I mean, I know it would be sudden and not cleared, but it wouldn't be out of the question for me to hang around my uncle at an event like this.
There is possibly one other option, though it's risky. And that's that we try to get into the back before the auction starts.
You hear a tap, tap, tap at the door. Tap, tap, tap. Ah!
Shit. I'll walk over to the door and kind of slide it open.
You see Cole in a blue and white bow tie stood outside the door. Ah!
Blue and white. You're supposed to be with me and you go with blue and white? Really?
Ah. And you hear in your head, what, I like blue and white. Flies up onto your shoulder. Ah.
You don't match the show.
Shut the door again.
Party.
Quiet.
Planning.
Well, the main point is, if Artemis has given us the budget for it, we've got to get the Kaylux. And if we can't get it, at least through that way, we've got to get it any other way.
Which is why I figured it'd be easier to either get it before rather than after. Because unlike Artemis knows this as well, but we're not the only families that are here with money. And they're not the only ones that want that thing.
I'll be honest with you. The more I think about this, the less I think it would make sense for me to be there. I am the physician to a lot of these families, including yours, Victor. And if I am seeing their bidding on this thing, I think it may cause suspicion.
So, Doctor, to ease your mind, if you don't want to try to go to the auction, I'm sure Rochelle would love some company.
Oh no! I just think that if I'm in the auction, I wouldn't be bidding, and if I'm not bidding, then it wouldn't make sense for me to be in the auction, I guess. But we should probably be together at the auction. I'm not entirely sure how it would work, but at any rate, it doesn't make any sense for me to bid at all.
Yeah, Victor, those that get a red token, do they get a +1?
No.
So just a token, just those that hold the coins. Okay.
And most likely you'll have a coin and a list that they'll be checking off. Those coins are not the only thing that they're going to watch. This is a once a year auction with probably the most powerful and wealthy people in Newfaire. Sometimes beyond.
You hear a gong sound. Gong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the O'Shea Estate and the Newfaire Eve Ball. The first dance and dinner will begin shortly, so please make your way into the main ballroom. And you hear footfall as people start shuffling out.
We have two decisions. We either make a chance to get into it before Silas's or during Silas's show, or we go to the auction and try to bid it out. My guess is that we're not going to bid out some of these people. If they really want this thing, we're not able to win this.
Now, maybe, but maybe not. Now, I do believe, Mason, you're bidding on behalf of the chapter. I think their coffers are rather deep, too. I don't
Lightkeeper, are there any other organizations that I would know that have extremely deep pockets?
Eons, Candela, higher ? Maybe, and just rich people who want to collect stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Above table, being as Kim has over the years been accumulating money, would Kim be sufficient enough to be there just off the fact that she has a significant amount of money, not to actually bid, but because she would be there because she has the amount of money to be able to?
No shade? No.
Okay.
You are not rich enough.
No shade? No. I think our best option is going to be Silas, put on the show of a lifetime, make as many distractions as possible, and we try to get this thing before it even goes out in the auction.
They will all be enraptured by me.
I need more than an enrapture. We got to make
this isn't the place for that.
Victor, you hear outside the door sort of far away, just, Victor, brother, where are you? You hear Mario.
I need a return. You make the call, and we'll try to get where we can.
I think I'm gonna. There's a magician, just Abigail, the tabby cat. I think I might be able to use that as a way in. I have a weird feeling that she's not here just for the music.
That worries me.
Yeah. Let's see what my
Think
chance can do.
more.
Go, Valentine.
I'll slide out.
You
Yes.
see Lara sort of
Yes,
falls down. Where are you? Mother says we have to go to the main ballroom for the dance.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Aren't you going to take my arm?
Once I get there, yes.
Hurry up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see you carrying a cane.
If you love me, you'd go faster.
And I'll hold my hand out. All right.
Yay. Okay, let's go.
And I'll walk in with her.
Good. I did not want to dance with Nicholas. He's the worst.
You two need to stop fighting at these things.
No. Well, Mama says yes, but I do not want to. And Victor is dragged away by a flamingo.
Yes. A very bright flamingo outfit.
I'm going to go speak to my uncle because he's been here all day getting security ready, so he would know where the entrances and exits are for the auction. I don't want to bring him into this as far as blame or any sort of backlash that could occur, but he doesn't know what we're doing here specifically, so just asking him how his job is doing might not get him in as much trouble. He would also want me to be safe, so I worry that he'd want to be more involved, but I'll just have to say no.
You hear someone yell
Fine.
outside again. Please, everyone assemble in the main foyer for the first dance of the evening.
Well, I mean, if there's a dance first, Jazz?
Jazz left.
Jazz left. Jazz, fuck.
Your day is
damn it,
gone,
Jazz.
boyo.
I'm distracted.
You're distracted by the wrong things.
I'll go find my uncle first.
You will start to make your way out
Yes.
of the side room. Not all at once, that would be suspicious, but one at a time. Sneaking around. No hide roll necessary, everyone starts moving, there's a big enough crowd. My question is, who is dancing?
I'm gonna find Jazz.
I don't have a choice.
That's the choice. How does Victor dance with a cane? I'm curious. Just
Victor
Very
has
difficultly.
been nabbed by his youngest sister
Yeah.
as the dance partner at the moment.
I remember it's the dance, the show, then the auction.
Yes.
The dance, the show, the auction, the fireworks.
I mean, Mason has no intention of dancing, so
You don't have to.
I will put it out that Mason is not looking like he doesn't want to dance. Mason just has no intention of finding someone to dance with.
Okay.
Like, he's not being like, don't talk to me. He's just like I'm here.
You're here.
and Dr. Kim is as her MO. She kind of like, as everyone comes into the ballroom to dance, she makes her way to a wall and just kind of like glues herself to that wall.
Okay.
Then Silas is definitely going to go in there and fulfill his promise of observing the pianist.
She's at the piano.
Of course she is.
She doesn't
I
notice.
I want to make sure that she notices I am there.
How will you do this?
So she is the way that she's seated. How is it that she's seated with the piano? How's it facing?
They're sort of in a not what you call a proper stage, sort of a slightly raised section at one end of the ballroom. So it's her. There's like a couple of violinists, cellists, flautists. There's also, you see a microphone for singing, but it doesn't appear there's a singer there right now. Sort of a small sort of orchestral set as you would find at a ball.
But she
And
would
is
be,
sort of sat on the edge with the piano because she needs the most amount of space for her instrument.
but she is facing towards the crowd, I guess is what I'm asking. Her back is
a
not to the
slight
crowd.
angle, so she's facing towards the band, but like at a 45-degree angle, so she can see the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm in her line of sight and just at the slightest chance that she looks up, I want to make sure that she gets my eye contact and a nice smile.
Roll a sway.
No. Can I get a drive and roll one more?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, it's not much better. 3.
That's a failure. Silas, you look up at her as you try to get her attention. She sees you, looks you up and down, and goes, and just starts playing the piano. Keegan, your uncle is stationed next to the dance floor. He has, in his full owl glory, and you clock him there. Do you go up to him?
Is the dance starting imminently, or do I have a few minutes?
A couple of minutes.
Okay, I will go to him then.
Okay. Keegan lad, where's Jazz?
I've lost her in the crowd, but I'll find her shortly. That's not why I walked over here.
Lost? What do you mean you fucking lost her? Didn't you come together? What the
Well,
fuck?
well, if you must know, she left first, so I'm searching for her. That's not why I came over here.
He came to ask me to dance. That's very sweet, but I'm already spoken for.
Yeah, where are they?
Powdering their nose. What's wrong with you?
I just want to make sure that that the person is right and you're well taken care of.
You see the most beautiful woman, aged about late 50s to early 60s, walk up to your uncle. She's like maybe a head taller than him, in heels. Gray hair down her back, dressed as some sort of lizard. You can't really tell, with like cape that looks like iridescent scales. And she goes, "Darling, I've been waiting. Will you join me for the dance?" He goes, "Absolutely," and kisses her hand. He goes, "See?"
Ma'am, good to meet you.
Oh, you must be the nephew.
I am the nephew of your handsome date here.
I could tell because you're also very handsome, just like him.
The fox mask adds to my mystique, but well, now there's a woman standing here. Well, I wouldn't want to keep you two delayed from the first dance, so I suppose I'll go find my date. But Uncle, I need to talk to you about something once you've had your fill of dancing for the evening.
Of course, lad. Keegan, roll a survey.
I'd also, for my own sake, I'd like to get a read on this woman. But for the survey is a 4.
4. You are focused on trying to talk to your uncle, and this woman has interrupted you, wanting to take him away to dance. And your uncle looks very willing to do so. But as you sort of take a step back, you almost trip and fall. Well, actually, you do fall on the ground as you realize there's someone stood behind you.
Sorry for falling over your feet, stranger.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And you see a woman stood over you in a gorgeous high neck fitted black dress with there's a cascade of gold and silver down the front, like a train of netting behind them that glistens as she sort of goes to help pick you back up again, and wearing a white full face rabbit mask, which sort of fits over her head, so her hair is barely showing out the back, but you can see she has really gorgeous smoky eye makeup. And she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
I'm just fine.
I'm not used to men falling. I'm not used to men falling at my feet like that, but I like it.
Well, the night is young, and there are plenty of men here, but so sorry for falling over you like that.
I'll get over it. Are you going to dance?
Was on my way to my date, yes.
Oh, I don't see her.
Do I see her?
Or him, or him. Oh, him. Sorry, didn't mean to assume.
Do I see her somewhere?
Nope.
Well, I'm sure she'll turn up at some point.
Won't you let me borrow you just for a little bit?
I will.
I hope you won't mind.
I will glance back at my uncle.
Your Kaylux kind of looking at you like, "Hey, she's asking. It'd be rude to say no to a lady."
And then I'd like to just get a read on the lizard lady to make sure that she's not malicious in any way towards my uncle.
Sure.
Read 6.
She looks genuinely excited to dance with your uncle. Yeah. And he looks into her. Do you want more information about that?
No, I think I have everything I need. But Keegan's like, why am I the fox? What? That's
You feel a
fine.
tap on your shoulder. It's like, are you going to keep me waiting or what?
Sorry, I'm just making sure that my uncle is taken care of, and I see that he is. And Keegan will just politely nod to the woman, and so I'm free for the foreseeable couple of minutes.
Excellent. I might even let you lead if you ask nicely.
Oh well, I'm not exactly a trained dancer, so
No,
miss.
but I think you've got the look for it.
What do I call you?
You can call me Bunny.
Bunny, right?
Gestures to the mask, like.
Sure. The theme of the night is masks, and makes it.
What do I call you? Fantastic Mr. Fox, is it?
Well, sure. Let's go with that.
You see the announcer come to the front and say, "All those for the first dance, please make your way onto the dance floor now." Do you take her to dance with you?
Keegan's just mentally like, well, wait, no, Patrick's right there. I'll. Sure, but now Keegan is like, I'm not sure what's about to happen because what I will say that he is trying to politely focus on her, but he's a detective, so he is continuously his eyes drifting around the room, reading people, trying to see anything that is worth noting and following up on.
She takes one finger, puts it to your face, and focuses gently it back towards her and goes, "So are we dancing or what?"
Yes. Sorry, I'm not used to large crowds of this volume, so we are dancing together.
Come on then.
All right.
Holds
I'll
out her
go.
hand expectantly, waiting for you to take it.
I will take her hand
Cool.
and go.
You see Victor sort of in the edge of the dance floor with Maria, trying to stoop down to like her level because she's a lot shorter. She goes, brother, I know you're not the best dancer, but it will be fun. I like dancing with you.
Yes, it's always a good time.
Yay. And the music starts. You feel the best dancers are sort of at the front and center, doing a traditional waltz, but there's no pressure for you guys to fully be ballroom dancers in this moment if you do not want to be. Keegan, you're dancing with this woman. Victor's dancing with his insatiable little sister. Silas, have you acquired a partner, or are you vibing?
Oh yeah, no. After being rejected by the pianist, I've definitely found a partner.
I've got one for you. Help me.
Oh yeah, do you?
I've got one. Help me.
Somebody save
Help
me.
You all see Keegan with a woman.
That is definitely
It's
not
not
Jazz.
That doesn't look like Jazz. And Keegan, she's like, are you paying attention?
Yes, to a lot of things.
Could you pay attention just to one thing?
My line of work makes that difficult.
This is a party, is it not?
There's a lot of things going on at a party.
Well, right now I'm the thing going on at the party.
Ah,
You better
It's
go
rude
get
if you
your
don't-
man.
Does Silas see this awkwardness happening?
Are you? Yes, you all see this. Yeah, you kind of sense the vibe from the posh. You can't quite hear what they're saying. And she goes, I hope you're not usually as rude to all your friends.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just this is the first big party that I've really been to, and I'm dancing with a stranger. So I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Jazz, how do you respond to that, dancing with Keegan?
You know, blending into a crowd works a little bit better if you're at least pretending to do the thing you're here for. Let's have this moment while we're at it. And I sort of
Oh, what the hell?
yeah, I tilt your chin ever so slightly to the left and I say, look over there. That individual wearing what appears to be a vole mask, fittingly enough, they actually work for the company of ages. You know, they're that big business organization that seems to stifle union managing. And the person they're actually dancing with and having a ball about it as well, well, they're from the Guild of Trades and Crafts. Outside of this massed environment, they're usually in opposition to one another, but this seems to be the kind of place where they can really let their freak flag fly. Look around as we dance with each other. You'll see some interesting stuff. But be sure to look at me here and there as well.
I'll just do as she says because I don't know how to process this right now. I was trying to look around and then you got a little jealous.
Well, I had to see how you'd react in a situation where you didn't think it was me, didn't I?
No, I didn't think it was you because you're wearing a dress.
Oh, what do you think of it?
I think it looks great. End of thought.
So, as I'm sure you can imagine, I don't normally make a practice of going to events like this one, so as long as we were working, I figured I'd try my hand at something a little different. Think about it from this perspective as well. Quite a few people saw us walk in together, me wearing a suit, looking like a fox, well, dressed as one as well. But now, I'm in this visage. People don't necessarily want to look for Jazz the reporter when they're looking at me. Instead, they see a curious person they might be willing to share additional information with.
I think for everyone else, Keegan inexplicably is visibly more comfortable. Even though his face is like a little baffled and he's trying to get that expression under control. Right. Um, I we're here to do a job, and do you know how to dance?
Probably just a little bit more than you do, but not by much.
Great, you can lead.
And going just a brief moment back into the past, Lightkeeper, I love the conversation between Locke and Key all the more because I do imagine I checked in with him first. Yes. And that's how I came to acquire the outfit he was kind enough to bring here for me. But I'm also curious, what color is his owlish mask?
He is dressed as a snowy owl, so white with black accents on the feathers.
Duly noted.
He goes,
And
go get him, love. I've put the dress in the back for you.
I'll do the best I can. It's good cover, no?
Oh, I wouldn't have even thought of a better one myself. It's so it'll be funny if he doesn't notice you but notices everything else.
And prior to having come to prior to coming to Keegan, I was hoping to attempt something of a bump and grab, very specifically for another token. Would I have been able to, in the process of leaving the room and casually walking over to speak with Locke, have clocked over by the entrance, depending on how large the space is, where most men were sticking theirs?
As in where they were putting them on their person.
If it was average to go for like inner jacket pocket, pants pocket, like if I were to watch maybe 2 or 3 people just generate a very, unfortunately, statistically insignificant average.
In a jacket, like you'd put, more sensitive information. But for now, the fox and the rabbit dance together.
Mm-hmm.
A flamingo and a red-chested blackbird dance together. And Silas dances with the person that he didn't want attention from in the first place. And that's where we'll leave it for the ballroom part 1. Have fun, everyone.